Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. A long time no here, huh? It's been a while since I have posted a video. So I figured a good way to jump back into things would be to post a houseplant tour. It has definitely been a while since my last one. A lot of things have changed in my collection. Some of the plants that I used to have, I no longer have, and I've also acquired quite a few new ones as well. Because I do have quite a few houseplants, you guys, I think I'm going to divide the tour into several different parts. I'm going to start off with my living room, and this tour may be 1 or 2 parts depending on how quickly I move along. Without further ado, let's jump on into this tour. So I figure since I only have 2 plants in my bedroom, I would start off here real quick. And the first one is this Sansevieria Samurai. And this one I've had, I think, for close to 5 years. I've had it for quite a while. Really hasn't put on too much growth, I don't think, for me. Actually, no new growth at all. It really doesn't get that much light in here. I have a west-facing window and then also a north-facing window as well. So not very much light comes in this room, especially towards the afternoon. So that is the first one. That's the Sansevieria Samurai. Very cute, low maintenance. I water it every couple of weeks. Very resistant to pests, and I do like it. It's very cute. The only other plant that I have in here is this true Christmas cactus. Overlook the dust, you guys. It's been a couple of weeks since I've dusted this one off. Real life here. Anyway, this one is my true Christmas cactus. I've had this one also for several years. I like it a lot. Low maintenance, easy grower, resistant to pests. And this one is so easy to propagate. You just break off these little segments here and you can root them in water, or you can place them directly into soil. And this one is different than the Thanksgiving cactus. You can tell the difference because on the Thanksgiving cacti, they do have serrated edges, and these ones are more rounded. They are kind of maybe a little bit hard to distinguish from the Easter cactus because the Easter cactus also has some rounded leaves, but once we get to that one, I will show you what that one looks like as well. The Easter cactus will actually be in my sunroom tour, so yeah, look forward to that one. Okay, let's move on to the living room. Hey, I used to have a plant hanging from this little plant hanger up there. It was a golden pothos, but I don't have that plant any longer. I ended up passing it along to a friend. I will end up getting another plant for this area, probably a golden pothos, because they are pretty low light tolerant. Any of my other plants I don't think would do very well in this spot. But the golden pothos that I did have here did very well, so I'll probably get another one in the near future. And if we come over to this area, this is an east-facing window. And here in the left-hand corner, I have a Sansevieria laurentii. This one I've had for, I'd say, probably about 5-6 years, quite a long time. Super easy plant to grow, you guys. The Sansevierias really don't require a whole lot of effort, to be honest with you. I water this one about every 3 weeks or so. It's resistant to pests. I've never had any pest problems on this one. And just a super easy going plant, easy to care for. The Sansevierias are slower growers, so I would say if you're gonna pick one of these guys up and you really want a statement piece, I would say to get it as a larger plant. You can get them at the box stores. Most of the box stores sell them, and for not too bad of a price. I think you can get like a decent sized pot for maybe 19-20 bucks. and you'll have a nice statement piece in your home. They're very pretty. Up here is a Hoya Waitii, and this one I have had for quite a long time. I've repotted it a couple times, and to be honest, it really hasn't been growing the best for me. Most recently, when I repotted it a couple of weeks ago, I had noticed that the roots really aren't very substantial for as long as I've had this plant. So I'm hoping that the soil change, and I've also brought it to this front area of my living room, the east-facing window. So I'm hoping that it starts to do better for me. I really do love the plant, and I'm just hoping that it improves. So this one is the Hoya Waitii. Next over is my Hoya Bertonier, I believe this one is. This one is gorgeous. I love the way it cascades, super pretty. It also gets the sun-stressed reddish colored leaves. Not sure whether you can notice that with this area being backlit, but the leaves get a very beautiful reddish burgundy color. Another one that is a super easy grower. I love my Hoyas, and this one I have had for about, I want to say 3 or 4 years now, and I love this one. So pretty. Next over is my Hoya Curtisii. We'll move over this way and see if we can get rid of the backlighting. This one is the Hoya Curtisii, and this one I've had, I think, for about 2 years now. When I first purchased this plant, it was just starting to trail over the edges, so it has put on quite a bit of new growth for me, and I love it so much. The leaves are heart-shaped and has a little bit of like a white variegation. I'm not sure if you can see that. Probably not. But anyway, guys, yeah, there you go. You can see the white patterning on the leaves, a little bit of splashing. So pretty. And that one is the Hoya Curtisii. And if we move back down here, this one is my Sansevieria Moonshine. Another Sansevieria, very easy grower, super beautiful plant. And when this one is given enough sunshine, you get that nice, pretty, like a seafoam green color to it. If it's not getting enough light, then the leaves turn a little bit darker of a green. Still beautiful though. To the right of that, I have my Taniki Ficus elastica rubber tree. And this one I'd say, I think I've had it for about 4 years. And because it is sitting pretty close to my east-facing window, it does get a little bit of burning on the leaves. The backside, I think, has a little bit more sun damage. But all in all, this one is doing pretty well for me. I love it. The leaves are absolutely gorgeous. Thick, thick leaves. And yeah, just a beautiful plant. Love this one, guys. That is the Taniki Ficus elastica. To the right here, I have my Burgundy Ficus elastica. Now, this one, just within the last couple of weeks, has been taking off in growth for me. I've had it about the same amount of time that I've had the Taniki, but for whatever reason, this one has been a little bit slower of a grower. But like I said, most recently, it really has been taking off. And I really do love the color of the leaves. And yeah, no problems at all. Love it. That one is the Burgundy Ficus elastica. And over here, I have the Fiddle Leaf Fig Ficus lyrata. This one I have had for, geez, I want to say 5 years, about 5-6 years. And I do trim this one back every now and again because it's definitely quite a fast grower, and it's a big plant, guys, for sure. If you're looking to get a fiddle leaf fig, be sure that you have the room because they do get big. Moving on over here down to the left, this one is my philodendron micans. And I recently repotted this one, and it was struggling for a little while, but it's starting to put on some new growth, so I'm happy about that. Very beautiful, love the velvety leaves. To me, this plant kind of looks like a mini melanochrysum. So love this one, love those velvety leaves. So this one is the philodendron micans. To the right of that is a pothos enjoy. I recently repotted this one and it's kind of struggling a little bit to reacclimate. It's been, let me see, I think I repotted this one probably about 5 weeks ago or so. And at first I did have some yellowing, dying leaves, but I think it is beginning to stabilize now. I'm getting some new growth in there, so that's a good sign. Gorgeous plant when it is thriving, when it's doing well. Pothos enjoy. To the right of that, I have my purple passion plant. This one needs water. Love this plant. This one I've had for quite a long time as well. This one, you guys, needs some maintenance every now and again. I'd say about every 6 months or so, 6 to 8 months, I repot this plant because it really does start to look a little bit scraggly. And if you want to keep your purple passion from getting tattered looking, what you want to do is take some cuttings and either propagate them in water, or you can take off the bottom couple of leaves and pot them directly back into the pot. Because the original growth on the purple passions really do start to not look so good after a while. Anyway, so that's the key to keeping a nice, healthy looking purple passion, is by propagating the cuttings and putting them back into the pot. To the right is a Pearls and Jade, easy grower again. This one I think I've had for probably 4 years or so. Very pretty plant. You know, one of your standard pothos. You really can't go wrong with a pothos. Super pretty. If we come over here to my little stand that I have here, I have a couple plants on this. This one is my Manjula pothos. I do love this one. I would say this is probably my favorite of all pothos. But the leaves, they get a little bit of fluting at the base. You can see where it kind of curls up. Nice, beautiful variegation. This one I find to be a little bit slower of a grower, but still very beautiful nonetheless. It really doesn't give me any problems at all. I love this one. Over here to the right is my ZZ plant. This one, you guys, if you want a plant that will give you no issues, no pest issues, this one is also a little bit of a slow grower. You do have to give it some pretty good sunlight to promote some of that growth. But again, kind of like the Sansevieria, if you buy this plant a little bit larger when you first get it, you know, you'll have a nice statement piece. Because like I said, they do take a little while to grow. But all in all, the ZZ plant is definitely a gorgeous one. And they do kind of grow a little bit wild looking. Some people try to contain the growth of their ZZs, but I just let mine go. I just put it in a spot where it can just kind of do its thing. Super beautiful. Okay, down here in this cute little plant stand, I have my Calathea macquayana. This one is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I love the patterning on the leaves. This Calathea, as compared to a lot of others, is really not that hard to care for. As long as I give this plant distilled water, it sits in my east-facing window, a couple feet away. It really does well for me. I recently repotted this one, and it really has not skipped a beat. It's put on some new growth for me, and yeah, just a gorgeous plant. So this one is the Calathea macwayana. Okay, my friends, so that concludes part 1 of my living room houseplant tour. I'll have part 2 up within the next couple of days, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here along with us, guys. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.